let me get settled in. Okay guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Carla, and today we are going to do something completely different where I'm going to talk about myself a little bit. I'm going to show you guys some of my old outfits from my blogging days, and I'm going to react to them at the same time, share with you the stories behind those outfits. So the reason I'm doing this video is because I always felt that I never really had a proper introduction of myself to YouTube or something like that, because I don't know, I just popped out of nowhere. There's another channel, another girl doing all these fashion related videos, you know, travel vlogs and whatnot. So I kind of just like wanted to explain myself and sort of have like an introduction to you guys if you want to get to know me a little bit better. Now I don't know if this video is going to be long, but if it is, this is the time I'm going to tell you guys to like grab a drink or something if you want to stay until the end, which I encourage you to do. So please grab a drink or something, a snack or something, because yeah, we're gonna be here chit-chatting quite a bit. Now let's get into the story mode. So about 8 years ago, I discovered this platform called lookbook.nu, and at that time I think it was the most popular platform or website where people could share their outfits, OOTDs as you call it, and I was so into it. I was like so inspired. I wanted to be a part of the platform. But at that time, it was very difficult to get into it because you needed an invitation firstly, and even if you got an invitation, you needed approval from whoever the administrators were. And so, as much as I wanted to be a part of it, it wasn't easy for me. Actually, I never got an invite until later on. But at the time of my discovery, I was like, well, I want to do this, but I can't get an invite, and fuck it, I don't need them actually. I can just make up my own platform. And so that's what I did. I opened up my blog, I called it Little Miss Violet out of nowhere. It just popped in my head. So if you guys ask me why I'm called Little Miss Violet, I have no idea. That's just the first thing that came to my mind when I was like creating my blog. So at the time I created my blog, I was actually into a lot of things. More than fashion, I was doing like music, I was learning how to draw, I was doing DIYs when I was like making my own clothes. So more than posting looks, I thought I would make my blog into a creative platform where I would share pretty much everything that I'm interested in. And eventually it became like a fashion sort of lifestyle blog because I started traveling as well, and I started sharing my travels as well. And that's how it all began. I think the peak of my blogging, non-existent blogging career was like around 3 years ago, and before that, 3, 4, 5 years ago, that was like the peak period when I was doing a lot of collaborations with like brands. I was attending a lot of fashion events in Hong Kong and in Macau, and I was doing PRs and all that. And it was such a fun time. And mind you, I had a full-time job while I was doing all of these things. So I built my blog from scratch to what it is today, which is kind of like abandoned. But at the time of my peak, I had a full-time job. And so in 2018, I sort of decided to quit my job for a while. It wasn't something permanent that I wanted to do, but for a while just to like focus on things that I wanted to do for myself, like focus on my blog and focus on Instagram as well, because at that time I kind of already built a sort of following on Instagram. And then I realized that okay, maybe I should branch out to YouTube as well, and that's how my YouTube channel started. So even before I had been posting videos consistently, I already had like a few videos on YouTube, so the channel was already there, but it wasn't really my intention to like grow it until around 2018 when I thought that there would be like a potential for me to build a following on YouTube. I don't know. And then towards the end of 2018, I was offered kind of like an opportunity of a lifetime, if you call it, and it was an offer that I couldn't turn down. It's an opportunity for me to work abroad and in my field. So if you guys don't know, I'm actually an events coordinator. So I studied events and I'm doing events pretty much. So you can call me like event coordinator, event manager. The terms are always different, but then it's pretty much the same job anyway. So the opportunity came and I couldn't turn it down because it came with a lot of benefits, and part of it was like being able to travel to different places, having my own team, and sort of like having the freedom to be able to do my tasks. Let's just say I don't really have a lot of bosses. So it's pretty good, and I get to live in different places. So I moved to Bangkok and then I live in Kuala Lumpur. So it's kind of like something that I really wanted to experience as well. At the time I was thinking very ambitiously, where I was thinking like I was able to build my blog and sort of like my Instagram while I was working previously on a full-time job, which is also an events job. And I thought like I can do it again. But I never really anticipated the fact that moving around so much and traveling so much for work took away so much of my free time at home when I was back in Macau, which normally I would actually use to create content. And so little by little last year, I kind of like faded. So all of these things that I was doing previously, shooting, filming, and because I was like separated from my fiance, who's my obviously photographer, videographer, the person behind my main camera, he was back in Macau. I was like constantly moving around different places. It just kind of like stopped and it just faded. Me thinking about it now, it makes me feel like I'm a completely different person, because for 8 years I was doing it consistently without fail, and suddenly just dropping everything, it's weird. And I didn't realize that until recently when I started to like go back into it again and started filming lookbook videos, started shooting at home again, and I'm like, I miss this. This is completely something that I really enjoy doing. This whole quarantine situation is like giving me good vibes in a way. I'm kind of like getting that inspiration back again to film and put together looks and all that. So here we are, and I hope this is something that I will continue to do again even when this whole lockdown situation is over. Now today what I want to show you is some of the outfits, whatever I can find actually. I have my laptop here with me in front, and I'm just gonna go to my blog and like search my archives and pick out some of the outfits I'm gonna show you guys and just react to it and like share backstories behind these outfits. So this is my blog, sort of abandoned. I still post here once in a while actually. These days I have been catching up with some backlogs and I've been posting. Anyway, let's go to my archives. I have October 2010. Oh my gosh, it's been 10 years, guys. 10 years. Ooh, what is this? Okay, let's go to the very end. Wow, this outfit. This was from my university days. So I remember taking these photos with Pierre between lunch breaks. My schedule was kind of like split. I had very long lunch break that would last for like 3 to 4 hours. So we would usually take that time to explore the neighboring areas of my university and take photos. This dress, so my mom used to own a clothing shop, and this is one of the dresses that I got, one of the many dresses that I actually got for free from her store. Not for free actually, in exchange for me working part-time without paying. So this is sort of like how she paid me. I got dresses for free. So obviously I had with me, I was wearing heels, and then I had with me a pair of sneakers in my bag because I'm such a sneaker girl at heart, even though at that time I didn't really realize it yet. Okay, this is another one. I think some will still find it interesting and cute, but this is something I would never wear at this period in my life anymore. And I remember this skirt was like one of my favorites at the time. I bought it from Zara if I remember correctly. The top is also from my mom's boutique. This necklace right here, this is actually a keychain of one of my mom's bags. So I took out the keychain that was attached to the bag and turned it into a necklace, what do you call it? A pendant. Okay, let's look for other outfits. February I had a lot of posts. We'll check that. Let's see what's here. Aha! This dress is what I call the Blair dress. This was the period where Gossip Girl was so popular. I was sort of like digging Blair style, so I was trying to like recreate the looks that she was wearing in Gossip Girl. Seeing this outfit actually kind of reminds me of, well, it's kind of like a mashup between Blair and Serena's style because the dress is obviously Blair's, but the biker jacket is sort of like Serena. And I'm so chubby, like look at that. Ugh. Oh. So this one, I was trying to get into like that vintage kind of look, trying to figure out my style. And I don't know what's in here. I don't know how I put together that outfit, but I think it's okay. This one is like one of the outfits that I kind of like was proud of because I was just starting to learn about layers and like learning how to layer my clothes. Now that I look at it, it's like really. Okay, so this is more of my vintage looks. I remember this look was inspired by a girl called Trisha from Lookbook. So at the time she was like my favorite lookbooker, and she was posting all these really cute like dresses styled underneath huge blazers, and she would like accessorize them with like sunglasses, huge belt. She had like this really cool girl sort of appeal, but she's like wearing vintage clothes, and I was so into it. And this is probably like the closest that I got to achieving the kind of looks that she was putting together, and I'm so proud of it. So the dress is H&M. The blazer is my mom's, I think. Another vintage look, florals and all that. I think there was a point in time when this was really popular, these kinds of looks. So all these girls were like wearing vintage skirts, polka dots, florals, mishmash of prints. I was sort of into that trend as well. Oh, by the way, this is my friend Jessica. She's like the only person who kind of understood me when it came to like fashion and styling and all that, and what I was doing with like vlogging and everything. So she also had a blog. Well, she has a blog. It's still running until I think, but I think she kind of stopped as well. But anyway, she's like my partner in crime when it came to like blogging and like styling and fashion and all that. So this was one of our very first photo shoots together. That's so adorable. I think some people will still find these outfits kind of like cute, but it's just not me anymore. Been there, done that. Okay, we are going to another era, 2012. 2 years into vlogging. Oh, this green blazer, I bought it from a vintage, was it a vintage store or I think it was a thrift store in Hong Kong, and I remember I got it for like 5 Hong Kong dollars, which is super cheap. It's like less than $1 US. And I bought it because it was super cheap, not because I knew I was gonna wear it, but I thought to myself like someday I will definitely find a way to wear this blazer. I'm just like gonna go for it and get it, and I did. So let me show you guys a little bit more about the look. So obviously I already started doing Instagram at this time because this looks like an Instagram photo with the very old filters that Instagram had. And yeah, I remember I was so into this look. I was like, I thought I was edgy because I was wearing like leather shorts with this really colorful mega blazer. You know what, even up to now you can still wear this, just maybe like a different color, like maybe, I don't know, a plaid blazer, denim shorts, and like plain t-shirt inside. It would still be trendy. So same look, different colors, it still works. This is a pair of shorts that I DIY'd. Let me show you guys a little bit. This kind of style was like so popular, wherein one side of the shorts is printed or something like that, and the other, which is like, you know, plain denim. So you would have like the USA flag there, or like florals there, like all sorts of prints. And I thought, well, that's very easy to make. Then just make my own. I don't need to buy it. Okay, this skirt is another DIY piece. So I bought this fabric. I really like the colors. I think I was so into neon at the time, and I thought this was like such a perfect print or combination of colors. And so I bought the fabric and like made myself a skirt. I think I only wore it like once or twice, or like maybe maximum 3 times, and then I stopped wearing it, and that's it. As you can see, I was so into colors, neon colors. Obviously, a lot of my photos improved already, all thanks to Pierre. So it was like, while I was improving my style, he was improving his photography skills, learning all about depth of field, white balance settings, and all that. So we were sort of like improving each other's skill set. Let's pick another era. 2014, okay, 2 years later. Wow, okay. So I think this was the period when vlogging was becoming more mainstream, and I remember this look was inspired by one of my favorite vloggers, Ruby Neely. So she sort of had like a similar vibe. She would just wear like sweaters and like a cute mini skirt, and she would wear like boots. So these are actually not Coltrane boots. I remember these were called Coltrane boots, but they're not really the real deal. I sort of just bought them off, where did I buy them? I don't remember. Let me check the credits at the bottom. So boots are from a local store. I think it's from one of the underground stores that we go to. Not underground, but it's just literally, it's like in a basement. So that's why we call them underground store, and they had like no names. Okay, this one was one of my favorites before. I remember loving these set of photos so much because of the lighting. It was like, I think it was like such a nice day. Sun was out. It was like hitting me in all the right angles. You know what this look reminds me of actually? Sailor Moon, with the blue skirt and everything, and like the long boots. Huh. Oh, okay, we have some fashion week action going on. Okay, so let me show you guys. My blog was like starting to take off at this point, and I was already getting invited to like fashion shows. So this was taken during Hong Kong Fashion Week. I think this is the Vivienne Westwood show. I remember being so excited for this because this was one of the highlights of Fashion Week in Hong Kong. This is Krisha. She's one of the first people that I kind of connected with, but within the fashion industry. How did we meet? I think it was like a press event for Fashion Week. So there was this press event going on, and we had like a preview of what's gonna happen, and yeah, we met during the press event. More Fashion Week. So this was the look that one of the MAC makeup artists put together for me. It was MAC. Was it MAC or was it YSL? I can't remember. I think it was MAC. So it was a MAC event. Wait, no, it's not MAC, it's YSL. So I did take photos from the event, I know. So this was me getting my look done, and then right after that we went to watch the shows. So this was the IT show, streetwear. At the time I didn't really know streetwear, the term streetwear, but I was so into this kind of look. Like I was so into the items that was being showcased by IT, and obviously with like my style here. So I was like wearing a bomber jacket and like a Kenzo cap. I was already getting there, like really discovering my personal style. So this is like something very close to what I would wear right now, but maybe without the big ass chain. Okay, so let's talk about sneakers. I think this was like my proper introduction to sneakers, but these aren't even like proper sneakers, you call them, because these are with what you call the platform at the back with a heel. And I remember this became so popular because of Isabel Marant. So Isabel Marant put out these pair of sneakers. I don't know what they're called, but they're thick and they had like heels that, I don't know, they look like a pair of boots, but like you stuffed them into a pair of sneakers. I'll flash it up on the screen for you guys to remember if you've seen this around. And so I think Nike came out with something similar, but in their dunk silhouette. And I thought to myself like, oh my gosh, this is like so perfect for me, because I know I like sneakers, but I don't like wearing them in photos because I look short in photos. And I thought these were perfect for me because I would still be wearing sneakers, but I would look taller in photos. Pierre bought these for me as a present, and I just love them so much. Okay, let's talk about this skirt. Do you remember this skirt? At the time, it was so popular on Instagram. I think it was by Zara or something like that, but I think they just copied it off from a designer. I don't remember which designer, but these were so popular. All of these smaller sort of like Chinese boutiques started to making them as well. I think this is from, wait, let me try to find out. It's not Zara. Top Score. Okay, so this is Pull & Bear. But I remember I had one in blue, and it wasn't from Pull & Bear. It was from one of those Chinese sites like Shein or Romway or something like that. Sort of that vintagey vibe again. Purchases from Pull & Bear, I think. Okay, so another pair of platform sneakers or heeled sneakers that I was so into before. This is like from Pull & Bear. And I remember I don't usually buy items that are like full price or like from the new collection. I usually buy stuff from the sale racks because yeah, I'm cheap like that. Even until now I still do it. But this is like my very first purchase that was like full price. I think I remember it was like 600 Hong Kong dollars, so that's around 80-90 USD. But I was like, no, this is like so worth it. I'm gonna use the F out of it, and I did. Oh, okay, we have like the best of 2013, so let's just go through this. This one, super nice. I think this whole ensemble, except my top. Oh wait, no, I don't remember. This one, my top and my bottoms are from my mom's shop. The pink blazer is very sentimental because, well, it's not very sentimental. It has sentimental value, that's what I would say. Because that was like my very first gifted item from a brand. And it's not even a brand, this is from Shein. They sent me this blazer for me to style. And I was like, oh my gosh, finally, like someone's sending me free stuff for me to style. I'm like, I was just so happy. So like that was the very first item that I got for free. PR you would call it, but yeah. Okay, sort of like, I don't know, some artsy-fartsy student going on there. The color is fake, by the way. So this is like, there was a time where all these fake colors were so popular that you would just like wear it with over anything, like a t-shirt or like a pullover or something like that. I hopped on that bandwagon and I actually bought the fake color as well. These boots, very popular at the time, Jeffrey Campbell, but these are not Jeffrey Campbell. I bought it up again from one of the underground stores in Macau. I'm a cheap ass, okay? I don't go for the real thing if I can find them for cheap. And come on guys, I was a college student back then, okay? I can't afford any of that stuff. Jeffrey Campbell? What? This is something that I think I can still pull off today without the spike hat and maybe a pair of sneakers, white sneakers or something like that. I can even wear this to work right now. Well, if we can wear coats to work. I live in Malaysia, it's super hot in here. Obviously I'm getting better at posting. This dress is also like one of those dresses that I was gifted. Oh, these boots, I remember. These were the very first pair of boots that I got from this brand called Pink and Pepper. So like every season their PR would email me and ask me to pick out a pair from their newest collection and they would send it over to Macau. At first I was like so happy about it. I would just like say yes to everything, but it reached a point where I just had to like not reply them or at least decline the offer because my style was changing and Pink and Pepper style was sort of like bohemian, very like brown, earthy colors, and my style was already evolving to what it is today, like more street style, black, white, neutrals. It reached a point where a lot of the stuff that they were sending me, I couldn't wear them anymore because they're just not my style and I just had to like stop receiving them. You know, every single pair of Pink and Pepper boots that I got from them are still with me in Macau. Well, I gave some to my mom and I think I gave a pair to one of my friends, but the rest are still there because I don't just hold sentimental value for me. Like, it just makes me remember of the period where I was like receiving PRs and just doing so much for my blog. It just makes me feel happy. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to like somewhere closer to where we are right now. 2017, the year before. Well, this was sort of like my peak time. DFS Master of Sun Gala. Okay, one of the last events that I actually went to before I stopped all of these things. So this event is basically organized by DFS. It's sort of like a duty-free shops. Obviously DFS, yeah, it means duty-free. Annually they organize this sort of like Masters of Time event wherein they would talk about, well, they will showcase or preview all these timepieces. In between that, they would organize activities for like influencers, media, whoever is relevant, wherein they would have like viewings of all these products and getting to know more about the products, and then there would be like whiskey pairings, dinners and whatnot, just basically making it all nice for, it's sort of like a media event wherein, you know, experiencing the whole lifestyle that DFS is trying to create or like to sell to their target market. A lot of their media people are actually from China and from Hong Kong, and so they had to arrange like a hotel room for each and every media. And so in order to be sort of like fair to local influencers or like media people, they also gave us hotel rooms for us to stay over. So I just treated it as like a staycation. So I went there, stayed with Pierre. Pierre was actually also working the event at the time, but not with me, but he was doing he's on his freelance gig and he was doing this shoot for DFS. So DFS sort of hired them to do behind the scenes and like shoot b-rolls and all that for their own internal promotions. So he was working for that side and I was like just being me, just wandering around. Yeah, I actually vlogged about this experience too, so if you wanna check that out, I'm gonna link it in the cards or in the description box down below so you can check that out. Yeah, my outfit, all white, simple. I just wanted to go clean, and so I decided to just go for a clean white look. So this is more of like my style now. These are the stuff that I still continue to wear them. Like I still have these pieces with me and I still wear them. The boots are in Macau, but this one, okay, this is like my favorite coat ever. I bought this off from B plus AB, but it's under the IT umbrella as well, I think. So it's more of like high-end sort of streetwear. Literally my favorite black coat ever to just go with everything, with like joggers, with like formal wear, casual wear, and everything. So I bring that with me everywhere I go, especially when I'm traveling to like cold places. That's like my go-to. So a lot of these things from this era I still keep with me, and I'm still wearing them until now. This is already the part where I discovered my style fully, I think around 2016-17. Okay, this one, let's talk about this. This is the photo shoot that I did for a magazine. It's actually an in-flight magazine for Cebu Pacific. So it's a local carrier in the Philippines. They have this section where they feature people from different places that they fly to, and I was selected to be one of the people in their feature, showcasing my style and telling them what I do and all that. And honestly, I didn't really know what to wear for this photo shoot because I don't know, I was so confused and overwhelmed at the same time. And so I kind of just like put together whatever I had in my closet that I could grab easily. I wanted to do layers, I wanted to do like a sort of a street look, street style, but also like incorporating like streetwear into the look. I think I had like a lot going on in this outfit, and not that I'm saying I regret it. I don't think it's a bad outfit, I just think that there was like a lot going on. Anyway, that's done. I guess if I had more time to prepare for this look, I did like have maybe a few days to prepare, but I think if I wasn't feeling overwhelmed, I would have worn a different look. But there's that. So this one, I still have every single piece of item that I'm wearing here. So I recently just wore these pants and I posted on my Instagram. I still have that top. This jacket is still hanging here in my closet. These shoes I will never let go of. I think these are like one of my rarest, luckiest finds. And yeah, I can still recreate this look right now if I wanted to. Okay, this one is another look that is styled for the purpose of showcasing a sponsored outfit. This is from a brand called HBN, or Human by Nature. And they have like a lot of really good quality, I would say, streetwear pieces. They sent over this piece to me along with 2 other basic t-shirts. I got a plain black tee and I think a white tee, if I remember correctly. And I remember thinking like, oh, it's just another one of those brands with like print their logo on a piece of cotton t-shirt and then that's it. But then when I received the t-shirt, like I was so surprised that it was really well made. Quality is just thick, and it's like, it's thick but then it's not rigid, and the cut is also a bit different from your usual Gildan t-shirt. So this shirt, I believe I gave it to my brother afterwards because I had no intention of wearing it again. Although I do like this look, but I think it's not something that I would wear every day. And moving here with work and everything, I don't think it's something I can recreate again. Okay, this was my collaboration with Teva. So the concept was to style Teva sandals in a way that, well, fashionable, as I would say, because you know Teva sandals are like usually for going out, going hiking or something, doing outdoorsy activities. So they kind of like challenge a few of us, the rest of the people who they kind of collaborated with, to style Tevas in a way that will be kind of fashionable and trendy. And I was so happy to be a part of this campaign, if you will, because the other bloggers or like influencers that they asked to collaborate with are like those people that I kind of look up to. So one of them is like Denny Balmaceda, and Karen and I like his style so much, and I was so surprised to see my picture next to his picture in this campaign, and I'm like, oh, did I make it? I made it. Anyway, that is that. These jeans, still my favorite right now, gifted by Dr. Denim, along with a few other denim pieces, still my favorites. Or like this overalls, still with me right now. I still wear it very often. Dr. Denim again. Yeah, pretty much that is it. So what are my latest posts? These are my most recent posts. And yeah, I guess as far as we go, because all these items are still the ones that I'm wearing right now. I haven't updated my closet in a really long time. Let's say 2 years time. Okay, so a lot of these pieces that I'm wearing from this era are still the what I have in my closet at the moment. And yeah, there are a few new things here and there, but I think it's time to revamp and renew my wardrobe very soon. After this whole lockdown situation, I think that is one of the first things I'm gonna do, is like revamp my wardrobe and just like acquire new pieces for me to style and just, you know, be updated, update my whole style, at least have something new to play with, right? Anyway, this has been very long, and I think you guys are like bored with me just keep on blabbing and blabbing and blabbing and everything, but if you stayed this long in the video, then thank you guys. I really appreciate you watching up to the end. And yeah, I hope that this helps you get to know me a bit better and hopefully remember me and like remember to check my this channel. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like the kind of content I'm putting up, and also hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Yeah, that is it for today. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.